right, so we got some special news in the Bookalicious stew.
Yeah. Some spicy ingredients.
Yeah, this is the first time we've recorded together since our Elantris days.
Yeah, that's right. Because we were in Florida at one point, probably in the middle of Elantris. I mean, Elantris was a good portion of Bookalicious history.
We were knee deep.
It was a whole era.
Yeah.
And what is that? Epoch? Epic?
I think it's Epoch.
Epoch? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very, very long time. Yeah, so Chrissy is on the move. Aslan's on the move. And so is Chrissy.
It would be a lot easier if I could move like Aslan does. We had to pack up our Honda Civic with all of our fragiles. It was a lot less elegant than Aslan.
Yeah, you're not just doing leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Straight to South Florida.
We're going over speed bumps and potholes.
Oh my gosh. Is that stressful?
Actually, it was pretty good. Yeah. We had a little bit of rain, but that was all fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah. So we got to make a pit stop in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Living it up.
Yeah. So Chrissy's on her way down the armpit of America.
We are going to make a special stop in Gainesville, Florida tomorrow.
Yeah.
Straight into the swamp.
Yes. Straight into the swamp pit. Okay. So we don't have a ton of time today. So I think we're going to get right into it.
I think so. Does that mean no bookalytics?
I think we should do bookalytics because it has been a minute, but we have a couple of things to do. We have bookalytics, we have our author recap, and we have Judge a Book by its cover. And we're hoping to do 7 chapters today. So,
oh boy.
Yeah.
And we're starting an hour and a half later than we intended to.
Yeah, we had to do sound effects and it took forever.
Yep, but hopefully the amazing quality sound you're hearing was worth it.
Yeah, we found out that my microphone, which was priced double at Chrissy's microphone, which I know because I bought both of them, hers is actually twice as good as mine. So
what can I say?
I might have to do a swap before she leaves.
I get the fancy one.
Okay, so do we want to do bookalytics first or author recap?
Bookalytics.
Okay, so we have some goods and some bads.
Ooh, I think I can guess what the good is. What's the good?
Well, go for it.
I'm guessing we have a few goods. One is we're over 2,000 all-time plays.
Yep.
Well over 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
We have new Spotify followers.
Yep.
Very exciting. Welcome. And we have more Spotify impressions than our Taylor Swift days.
Yes.
Pretty big.
We are trending, and it's all from Spotify search, all from The Housemaid.
Yes, it is all The Housemaid.
It's all The Housemaid. Whatever that first episode is doing, that's what all of Bookalytics is doing.
Yeah. Yeah, which I think is part of the reason we chose this book, right?
What do you mean?
It's another book talk, right?
I don't think so.
It's not a book talk?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, whatever. It's a good book.
We're gonna do you think it's a good book?
I think it's fun. We can talk about it. I think it has some similarities. It does have some similarities with The Housemaid because it's like, I don't think there's a lot of double meanings, deeper level messages going, just a really cool story.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
It's feeling a little one-dimensional, but a fun tale.
Yeah, entertaining.
Yeah, so I'm hoping we'll be able to get through it, rather quickly, which is nice. Because we were talking about Elantris. I mean, that was like 30 episodes. My God.
So much.
Do you think looking back we could have done it in less? Or do you think it deserved that level of detail?
We could have done it in less, I think. I don't know. I guess I need to listen to all of it again. But there's some things that we probably maybe talked about more than we needed to. But I feel like we talked about a lot of good things overall. Like, I feel like at least 90% of it, it's like, that's what it needed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's kind of how I feel too. I do feel like we belabored way too long for lessons in chemistry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll never go back there.
Yeah.
If you made it through, God bless you.
I'm sorry. They probably left. Whoever made it through.
Yeah, so good news is Bookalytics, she's alive and well. She's humming. Mm-hmm. She's humming. 93 Spotify followers.
Woohoo!
That's amazing.
Welcome.
That has tripled our Spotify followership since pre-Housemaid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's great. Also good news. Oh, well, you mentioned this in the Narnia episode that we got our first reader mail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super exciting.
So exciting. The Earth balanced out. We got another reader mail.
Yay. And by reader mail, we mean a Q&A
Yep.
on the Spotify.
Mm-hmm. And we're excited always for any interaction from the audience because at this point we've only had 2. And we got this note from Brianna on Spotify for part 3B of The Housemaid. And Brianna says, the Kathleen Evelyn comparison was annoying. It is obvious they are not the same person. Which,
In hindsight,
fair.
yeah, that was too big of a twist.
Although, like, to be honest, that book is so crazy. Like, that's the unbelievable part. Although she's only at 3B, so she doesn't know.
We really go even harder on the Kathleen Evelyn theory.
So I responded and I said, thank you for listening and submitting feedback. It wasn't obvious to us. Frida had us guessing till the end. As a heads up, that theory does not go away. And coincidentally, the same day that reply came in, we also got a 1-star review. So our perfect 5-star rating has declined substantially because we don't have a lot of ratings. So if you are listening to this point and you would give us a 5-star, please do so. If you would like to give us a 1-star, please do not do so. Write the rude comment, and then the next episode that we do, we will read it aloud, and hopefully that will scratch your itch of punishing us.
Oh my gosh. It was fun reading Brianna's comment though. Like I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Comment again.
I'm totally down for a negative comment. I just don't want the 1 stars because we just don't have enough ratings to support 1 stars. We're too new. So
yeah,
we're a nanopod. Okay, so that was the good and the bad. Anything else?
I think this is probably the last thing. We're super international at this point. Only 80% of our listeners are from the US.
Yes.
That's crazy.
And I've been checking diligently. We have a lot of states now, but who we do not have.
No Alaska.
No Alaska. So any of our listeners out there, if you have a friend in Alaska, we do have a couple people near the Russian area. Shout out Slovakia. But no one from Alaska. So if you know anyone there, send them a note of Bookalicious.
Yeah.
Have them listen.
They can start on The Housemaid. That seems to be a fan favorite.
Okay, they have to listen, and I think they have to also be on Spotify.
That's true. That's true. We could have Alaska listeners on Bean. We found out as a platform.
If you're listening from Alaska on not Spotify, email us. Let us know. Just say, hey, listening from Alaska. We'll put it on our map.
We'd love it.
Okay, so that's it. That's all we have for Bookalicious or Bookalytics.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do judge a book by its cover or author?
I think intro. Next time we can talk about book things, and then let's do author, and then judge a book by its cover.
Perfect.
Cool. All right. Well, welcome to Bookalicious, a podcast where 2 sisters chat about books we're reading. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Candace.
And today we are starting Starter Villain by John Scalzi.
Scalzi.
Is he Italian?
I don't want to spoil.
Oh, okay. I'm even on a shared Google Doc with Candy looking at them. I clearly didn't read her section.
Okay.
Wanted to be surprised.
So I'm supposed to do the author recaps and I forgot to do it because I was so busy taking a nap and hosting. So Chrissy and I did it together, and I did the bio and Chrissy did the published works. So I'm thinking I'll go through the bio and then you'll go through the published works.
That sounds good.
Okay. So John Scalzi was born in Fairfield, California, May 10th, 1969.
Happy birthday.
Happy belated.
Wow.
I was going to say that too. He grew up in the suburbs of LA. So I didn't know what Fairfield was. That is the suburbs of LA.
Good to know.
He's one of 3 children born to a single mother and is of Italian descent.
I see that now in the Google Doc. I knew it.
Right there. His childhood was spent in poverty, which inspired him to write his most famous essay titled Being Poor.
Interesting.
I know. I kind of want to read that.
Yeah, I do too. Maybe we could do a short one.
That'd
be fun.
Yeah. He it seems like he's always been very, very smart because he attended boarding school on a scholarship. He grew up reading science fiction and mystery. He studied philosophy at the University of Chicago, and I found some interesting tea here.
Oh.
So his first thesis advisor was Saul Bellow, originally left-leaning in politics. Saul moved towards cultural conservatism in his later years. And I note this because when I was looking at John Scalzi's Wikipedia page, there's a section where he talks about some of the causes that he's interested in, and feminism is one of them. So he's very pro-feminism, and Saul Bellow, per Saul's Wikipedia page, his opponents include feminism, campus activism, and postmodernism.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we can see why that didn't work out for them. So he got a new thesis advisor. But then I guess he was just like, forget it, and decided to graduate without finishing his thesis at all.
Huh. So finished undergrad?
So he got his degree, but he just didn't, whatever that thesis paper was.
Oh.
He
So
said,
I'm done with it.
He said, I'm done.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He started writing professionally at his college paper at the University of Chicago in like his last year-ish of school. So what I'm imagining in my mind is that he's studying philosophy. He works with Saul. He's like, Saul sucks. Then he gets his new thesis advisor, and he's like, philosophy sucks. Let me just write for the paper. I have so much fun doing that. And then that started him on his journey to being a writer.
Interesting.
None of that was said. That was all in my head. That is what I extrapolated from that. So after he graduated with his philosophy degree, he worked as a corporate consultant and wrote opinion columns and film reviews for the Fresno Bee.
Cool.
He said time as a film critic influenced his writing, in particular his humorous works. Starter Villain I would classify as a humorous work, because he said films were meant to be an accessible form of storytelling. I don't know how those are directly related. I can kind of see it, but the Wikipedia page didn't like outline like how like writing funny means that you're also writing
accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. People
some-
get humor.
Well, yeah, because sometimes you can have like snooty humor that like
People don't get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure.
I found this funny in a sad, ironic way. In 1996, is that when you were born?
No, 97.
Oh, okay. In 1996, he moved his family to DC to work as an in-house writer and editor at AOL. Now, our astute listeners will be reminded that this is peak .com bubble. He got laid off in 1998, and then he started freelancing as a writer and author. So 1998, 1999, that's when the .com bubble burst. So he moved his family all across the country. He worked there for barely even 2 years, and then he got laid off.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, I hate that. But then he's like, forget it. I'm just going to work for myself. And he started freelancing as a writer and author, and he's had a very successful career since.
Yeah.
So just a reminder, sometimes bad things happen to you, and it turns out to be the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah. That's cool.
So I pulled up this tidbit. I thought this is interesting. When he was deciding on what he should write, he was torn between sci-fi or mystery, because he grew up reading both and he loved them. And so he flipped a coin and he said, if it's heads, I'll do sci-fi, tails, I'll do mystery. And it came up heads.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, honestly, I could see that. I feel like you're equally interested in both.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to see where his career went. To say that's how it started.
With
The coin flip.
Yeah. Well,
it worked.
Exactly. Okay, so let's go to the published works.
Okay, cool. So this is my time. So yeah, so he has written a lot of science fiction books. And like we kind of said earlier, he's known for his humor in his books. And this is the only one that I think either of us have read from John Scalzi, but it does have some humor. It's a good one. So his first book was written in 1997. So I guess right during the time when he was working for AOL. And he actually published it for free on his blog, so people could just read it for free. And he published it in 1999. So he was writing it while he was at AOL, published it in 1999, and then it ended up earning $4,000 over the next 5 years just from readers who wanted to donate to him. Like, I really enjoyed this book. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Right.
Like, how many people were going to blogs at that time period? And then I don't even know how you would send the money. Was PayPal a thing? Did they write him a check?
Maybe a check. Maybe because I think he did have on his blog, like, hey, if you want to support me in this, here's how. And so I imagine maybe he had an address.
Could you imagine being like, I read this book on the internet that's brand new, and I'm gonna write a check and I'm gonna mail it to this guy.
Who I have no idea who he is.
No idea who he is.
That is weird.
And that happened enough to be $4,000.
That's very impressive.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That would be in today with like a PayPal or a GoFundMe, that would be
Quite a few.
probably 100,000.
You think that much?
Well, not inflation, but I'm saying
Oh.
if people were able to just donate easily,
Yeah.
and how many people would read it.
Yeah, that's true. He was ahead of the times.
Yeah.
So, and that book was called Agent to the Stars.
Okay.
And then his most popular series was Old Man's War. And I think that was published in like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like 2002 or something.
Mhm.
And then for some of his books in that series and for others, he's been nominated for several awards, including the Hugo Award, also the Governor's Award for the Arts in Ohio. He won that one in 2016. He won the 2023 Budapest Grand Prize. And he's even won the Hugo Award for Best Fan Writer in 2008 for his blog.
Mhm.
And the Hugo Award is the premier award for the sci-fi genre.
Mhm.
So pretty big deal. His work has also been translated into more than 30 languages. So he's pretty popular
Yes.
around these parts. And the book that we're reading, Starter Villain, was the winner of the Alex Award and a finalist for the Hugo Award and the Locus Award. And it was just published last year, 2023.
Yeah. So this is
Hot
cutting
off the
edge.
press.
Yeah, hot off the press. So this is a piece that I missed in about John Scalzi, because I only did the early life, early career. Just to touch on his personal life, he is married to Christine Ann Blauser when he was living in Fresno. They got married in 1995. That must have been very harrowing for them. He just got married, then he moved across the country, almost immediately gets laid off, and then he has his only child, Athena, who was born in 1998.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so that to me sounds very stressful.
Astute observation.
Yeah, especially like with the dot-com bubble, and he's a writer and a blogger, and that's a lot of people's livelihoods at that time. So that was probably very stressful.
Yeah.
Now he and his family live in Bradford, Ohio, where they moved in 2001 to be closer to his wife's family. Good move. Just to get the family support, you know.
Yeah.
And it's so much cheaper to live there than
Yeah.
Fresno or DC.
Yeah.
So this is what I wanted to highlight. Scalzi has declared himself a feminist and formally, I don't know what a Rockefeller Republican is, though he supports the Democratic Party, he supports same-sex marriage and LGBTQ community. So all of those
There you
sound like good positives. Rockefeller Republicans, very quickly Googling this, something from the 1930s to 1970s who held moderate to liberal views on domestic issues. Kind of seems like what that Libertarian Party originally used to be, where you're supposed to be fiscally conservative, socially liberal type of flavor. But
Maybe. I don't really know.
who knows?
Who knows? We need some more Wikipediaing.
Yeah, we need a little bit more research there. But I did want to highlight that little blurb on his personal life.
It's interesting. His daughter's name is Athena. And there's a lot of Greek goddess names in the book. So just kind of interesting.
Well, because I feel like this book is a mystery, even though he said he's a sci-fi writer. But maybe he's sprinkling in some.
Yeah, it feels a little bit of both.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
because
a little both.
it's a little bit of both, but Elantris was considered sci-fi, right?
I believe Elantris, anything Sanderson writes is considered high fantasy.
Oh, okay, yeah. So maybe a little bit different. But I mean, that one, it just keeps you guessing.
Yes, it does. All right, so let's look at Judge a Book by your cover.
Okay, excellent. So do we both have the same cover with the cat in the suit?
Yes, and I'm looking to see if there are other covers, and it looks like there are.
Oh.
And I think this would be the one time where I think the American version is the best.
Yeah, I like the American version.
Okay, so let's describe it.
Okay, so the American version is this cat who's gray, and he looks very puffed up in this nice suit.
Yes.
And it says, "Meet the new boss."
Yes. So if anyone has been on the internet, sometimes you'll see this advertisement of like, put your pet on a medieval painting type of thing. That's what this looks like.
It does.
But instead,
I love it.
yeah, but instead it's just a corporate suit. So I love that one. I see another one that is the same idea, but looks like someone did it in clip art.
Yeah. On like MS Paint.
Yeah, MS Paint, low budget. So, meh. And then I see a third one that looks like it's a board game almost.
Oh, it does look like a board game. Yeah, it's like red. It looks a little,
Like
well, it looks
code
villainy.
names.
It looks code names.
It
Yeah,
looks like code names.
it does. He's like in this, I don't know, futuristic chair, throne looking thing, mountains in the background. And there's like this red warp around him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I like our cat.
I like the one that we have. Okay, so judging a book by a cover, what are you thinking?
I think it does remind me of those paintings that you described.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, at first glance, I would think it's a coffee book, like or coffee table book, you know, where you just
yeah.
put it on there and it's just these funny pictures of cats.
Yeah.
I think it looks interesting, and I would definitely read the back cover. I don't know though if I'd actually like get the book.
I agree. Part of it feels a little, and this is as a cat person. Chrissy's in my home right now, and there's cat pictures all around us. We're surrounded. It feels, what's the word? Like it would be hokey, kind of, or like cliche, or they would use these cats as kind of like a running bit, and it would get stale.
Oh, interesting.
That would be like my thought.
Yeah.
Initially looking at it. But that said, I would still give it a read.
Because of the cat?
Just because I love cats so much, and I would just need to see what it's about.
Yeah, I would definitely be curious for what's it about.
Yeah, like Chrissy and I, we watched this documentary on Netflix.
So good.
What was it? It was like
Cat People? Was that it?
Yeah, it was something like really crazy, and it was about these people that had businesses revolving around cats.
So good.
Yeah, and again, it after a couple of episodes, it gets like a little like, okay, I've had my fill, even for a cat lady, but I still needed to see it.
I did. Yeah, shout out to, what was his name?
It was like Cat's App or something.
I don't know, but there's this guy who raps, and he's like, I didn't know what to rap about, but then I looked around me and I saw cats, and I said, that's what I need to rap about. So he raps about his cats, and his favorite, well, I don't know if it's his favorite, but his right-hand man is DJ Ravioli.
Oh,
who's
my
one of his
God.
cats.
DJ Ravioli, he has curly hair. He's so cute.
I just love that name so much. I love food names for cats.
I do too. It's gonna really bother me that we don't remember it.
Mosho.
Give me Mo for show.
I love it.
Yeah.
He's on Spotify. Shout out to him.
Go
listen to him.
He has really, they're really good. He has these coloring pictures. They're just very fun, and I think they do like a lot of like good work for the cat community. So I really appreciated him.
Yeah, he's great. All right, we have judged.
All right, we've judged. So I think the thing is that you would pick it up, you would read the back. If you found the back interesting, would you read it, or would you place it back on the shelf?
I might. I mean, I don't think I would purchase it. If it were a book, if it were a library, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't usually the type of book that I would read, though. I don't know the last time I read a sci-fi book. Do you read sci-fi?
I mean, I read Sanderson. He has a sci-fi trilogy.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't. I think also, though, because I think it gives me some housemaid flair of like just for entertainment.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, which is fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe a library book that I'd check out for free, but I don't think I'd buy it.
Yeah. Okay, so I would buy it. I would buy it, and worst case scenario, it would become a coffee book. Just for the cover.
The cover was very successful for Canty.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Okay, so how do you want to do you want to go chapter by chapter? Do you want to do all 7? Do you want to do 3 and 4, like 3 chapters and then 4 chapters?
Ooh.
Because I don't have any notes really for chapter 1 through 3.
Yeah, I really don't have a ton either. Yeah, let's do chapter 1 through 3 and then 4 through 7.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in these first few chapters, you get introduced to Charlie, who's the main character. He's growing up in the house, or he's living in the house that he grew up in with an orange and white cat named Hera, because both of his parents have died, and now he's moved in. He doesn't actually own the house, though. It's kind of split between him and his 2 siblings.
I thought there were 3 siblings.
3 siblings. Maybe I think it is 3 siblings.
I remember it being like, oh, another book about 4 children. Who knew? But we find out very quickly.
They're all jerks except Charlie. From
Well,
what Charlie's perspective.
according to Charlie. Yeah.
I know.
I would be curious why the other 3 are so anti-Charlie.
I know. That might explain the rest of the book.
Yeah.
But anyways, so he's a little bit down on his luck. He's gotten divorced recently. He doesn't have a job right now. Looking for work. He's working as a substitute teacher. He's trying to get a $3.4 million loan to buy and like keep running a pub that's in the town. But considering his circumstances, he's unlikely to be approved. But he has a rich uncle who just died. And we learned that in chapter 1. So you can kind of see maybe this is where the money's going to come from.
Mm-hmm. I think he goes to the bank and the banker laughs him out the door.
Basically, she says, we'll think about it. We'll let you know.
Because what he was going to try to do is he was going to try to put his house for collateral.
Right.
For the bank. Because he lives in like, it sounds like a historic area where the home is very old and originally it wasn't worth a whole lot and now it's worth like a ton. It feels like one of those stories.
I think so.
He wanted to put the house as collateral, but he only owns, I believe, 1/4 of it.
Right.
And so he can't put just his 1/4 as collateral unless he gets his siblings to sign off. And the siblings want to sell the home and do the cash out. But Charlie obviously doesn't want to because he's living there rent free because it's paid off.
Right.
So
right.
That's kind of the rub there.
Yeah. So that's the situation we're in. As he's walking home from the bank, he gets a call from the executor of the will who's like, hey, you want to sell? Because he's trying to get all the siblings on the same page. As he's talking on the phone, he discovers a little kitten and he's like, oh my gosh, I need to save the little kitten and see, who does she belong to? So he takes the kitten home. And then when he gets home, there's this mysterious woman sitting on the swing in front of his house. And she says she has something from his recently deceased uncle and a request.
Yes.
So very interesting. And then lastly, in chapter 3, we find out that the mystery lady, whose name is Matilda, asks Charlie to stand in for his uncle at the uncle's funeral. So the uncle doesn't really have any other family at this point. Charlie is the closest, is really the only living relative. And she said, hey, can you be there and greet people? And then as compensation, we'll work out a deal to where you basically get the house for free and all the siblings will be happy about it. So their plan is that with the uncle's money, his like estate will buy the house and then resell it to Charlie very cheap. So everyone, happy story for everybody.
There, you might have a question as to why the uncle would leave Charlie the money and not his older siblings. So just to quickly point out, the 3 older siblings are half. They lived with their biological mother. They both share a dad. And Charlie was like the new kid of the new family with his mom. And so this rich uncle is his mom's brother. Yes. So this uncle is not related biologically to the older 3 siblings.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the situation we're in. Charlie feels kind of weird about all this, but he's like, all right, sure. And that's where we end in chapter 3.
And that's where we end. So I'm trying to see what Morrison Matilda looks like, because how I'm imagining what she looks like is, do you remember the Incredibles? I think it's
Edna?
No. The second movie where Mr. Incredible, maybe it's the first one. No, the second one where he goes to the island and there's the thin blonde, she has like whitish hair and she shows up and she's mysterious. Yes, exactly.
Yes, I just pulled up the picture.
We'll post a link.
Yeah, that is kind of the vibe I was thinking of.
Yeah, where it's like she just seems very confident and she just knows all these things and she's very mysterious. And so I'm wondering how she's described. Let me see.
I don't know if it really describes her a lot. It says that she's around the same age as Charlie. But I don't know. She's definitely is described as like very confident.
Yeah, it says she's in a black Mercedes S-Class, which I don't know what that is, but it sounds expensive and very sleek. She's described as very sleek to me.
Mm.
And we'll keep an eye on it and see. But that was kind of the image that I was getting of her, is that she was like that type of archetype.
Yeah, I think so. That's kind of the vibe I got. Also, one crucial detail I forgot to mention is that Charlie doesn't know this uncle. Did he meet him when he was like a baby or something?
So the uncle became estranged
Right.
from the family. He really, I think, loved his sister, but Charlie's dad and the uncle didn't get along or something. And so supposedly this uncle was like, according to Matilda, watching out for him from afar.
Yes, we find that out in later chapters, but yeah, that what we learn is that because the uncle's taking a special interest in Charlie, that's also why he was chosen to do this funeral job and stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, this is all just very, very out of the blue for Charlie because he
Yes.
doesn't know the uncle.
Yeah, we also get a little detail where Morrison says, "Don't get up, your cat just got comfortable." So she is very in tune to Charlie's cats, and she gives him a little neg at the end of the chapter 3. And Charlie's like, "What should I do for the funeral?" And she's like, "Maybe find better shoes." Maybe that's not a neg. Maybe that's just an insult.
What do you mean by neg?
A neg is when you say, "Oh, your hair looks so cute. My grandma used to wear it like that."
Like a backhanded compliment?
Yeah, it's like when it gives you a positive and negative at the same time, so you feel confused about how to feel about it.
I think that's just a straight up insult.
I think it is a straight insult. Oh, well, she says, "What you're wearing should be fine, although find better shoes."
Oh, okay.
So maybe, no, it was just an insult.
Yeah. Yep, that's her.
Okay, so now we're at chapter 4.
Oh, wait, do you have anything?
Oh,
any notes throughout those? I have, so we have a new game. We've gotten really into this vocab building exercise.
we do love that.
So we have a game called Figure Me Out.
Meow.
Ha ha ha.
Yes,
So
so
good.
cute.
I have a lot of those.
Oh, good.
And I have a few notes overall from
Okay.
this book. One is that within the first chapter, I was like, man, I don't think I've read a book that's this hip and present.
Yeah,
Because it was just interesting because the book opens up and he's like watching the news, and he's watching the news on his iPad on his kitchen island. And then he says something at one point of like, "In this age of texting, who would give me a call?" And I was like, this is so weird.
Yes, there's a lot of pop culture references in a way that would make me frightened as a writer that it wouldn't be timeless.
Yeah. It sounds a little bit like, I think it does make it sound a little bit elementary, maybe. Yeah.
Like the first sentence, "I learned about the death of my Uncle Jack in a deeply unexpected way," which was from the CNBC Squawk Box morning show. And I'm like, okay, number one, don't know what Squawk Box is. Haven't heard of it. But I was like, okay. In 10 years, though, it's like, well, I guess CNBC will probably be here in 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he just name drops a lot of things.
He does. What it reminded me of was when I was in 4th grade and we had our standardized writing test that year. At one point, my teacher said, like, "Oh, you get extra points if you use proper nouns." And so then I wrote this essay where I was like, "With the door that came from Home Depot and the Honey Nut Cheerios, I did this." And my mom was like, "I don't think that's what she means." I was like, "No, that's what she means."
Yeah.
We need proper nouns. And so I kind of was getting that vibe where he's like, "Oh, on my iPhone 6, I was watching the Squawk Box."
Harris breakfast was Meow Mix.
Was Meow Mix. Like, why did we have these details?
Steve Jobs had given the world the Macintosh and the iPhone.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's doing it for like context clues, or maybe he's hoping for some ad revenue.
Oh my gosh, maybe it's what we do when we mention Taylor Swift and stuff. Like all of the keywords get highlighted. Oh, that'd be interesting. Can you have ad placements in books?
I don't know.
I don't know if it works like that.
I don't know, but from John's Wikipedia, he was like cutting edge when it came to like writing and technology. Maybe this whole book is an advertisement. Maybe we are advertising for them for free.
Yeah, we don't even know what the book's about. It's playing us.
Yeah. Okay, so some of your notes.
Okay. So That was one of my notes. Another note is that Charlie does just seem like a goob because he goes to the bank and he's like, I want to buy the pub and I want to, keep it running and stuff. This is a pub that's been around forever and the family's retiring, so he wants to take over. And of course, he doesn't get approved for the loan. It doesn't look like he will. And then when he's talking to the executor of the will, Charlie's like, don't worry, I'll figure things out, financially. I'll get a job. And then the executor's like, you mean the bar? And Charlie's like, oh, how did you know about that? And it turns out, do you remember how he knows about it?
No, I forgot.
It's because Charlie posted a picture that said big plans.
Oh my god.
Maybe you should post a picture of the bar.
Oh my god.
That.
Red flag or deal breaker?
Oh, deal breaker.
I know. That screams to me someone who talks big and never gets anything done.
Little delusional.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Charlie, he's an interesting one.
It's like, I feel bad for him because he's divorced and he seems like kind of broken up about it, but I'm also like, I mean, he kind of seems like a loser. How he's described, where it's like he's just living off of his dad's house rent free. He works as a substitute teacher. He used to be,
He used to be a journalist.
And then I think he quit in order to take care of his dad.
I think something else happened. For some reason, I think he got laid off, but I kind of forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So he didn't want to be substitute teacher, but I'm seeing here on page 13, he said the problem was journalism was hanging on by its fingernails, even the trade journals, and the other jobs that needed writing were largely split into 3 categories. Jobs I was told I was overqualified for, jobs I was told I didn't have the skill set for, and jobs that paid $11 an hour ghostwriting social media posts for would-be influencers and or OnlyFans models. That feels like John has experienced that. That feels 100% relatable. And now I'm back on Charlie's side.
Yeah, like he seems like a nice guy.
He seems like a nice guy. Just definitely down on his luck.
Yeah, he is. I forget how he got out of writing.
Yeah, I'll keep looking and see if I find it. But I think it was a combination of him wanting to take care of his sick dad.
Yeah.
And maybe him getting like laid off.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Yeah.
Any other notes, or did you have any other predictions overall from these first 3 parts?
At this beginning, I was really just kind of getting, not a whole, like there's a lot of like plot that's happening, but there's not a whole lot to think about.
Yeah.
I do have a question mark about the siblings.
Mm.
How big of a piece are they going to play? Like, are they coming back? Are we ever going to meet them?
Yeah.
Or are these just like introductory? We're never going to see them again.
Yeah.
Same with his ex-wife. Like, is she going to come back, or is this just setting up the background?
I took them as background people. I do think there's a journalist that comes up in the first chapter who I had gone to school with, and he's like a good for nothing journalist or something. And he comes up a few times.
Yeah.
So he's in the opening scene, and then what else? Was he covering the funeral or something? Something else happened.
Yeah, I think that guy, he's gonna keep popping back in.
Yeah.
Maybe as like Charlie's attachment to real life.
Oh.
Or he's been in on it the whole time. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
So, okay, so I found something here about Charlie's backstory. So he's talking about when he didn't live at the dad's house. There were a few years I didn't live there, dad's house. The years where I was married and building my career as a reporter and journalist. But then came the year of layoffs and divorce and dad's illness. So I came back to the little Cape Cod on Cook Street. So that sounds very much, after reading his bio, that sounds like his 1996.
Oh,
98, where he
yeah,
was building his career and then he got laid off, and it was just all of these things happening all at once.
Yeah, that's really hard.
That is really hard. I would be
poor Charlie.
People, if that were me, I think I would be similar. I don't think I would ever want to just like open up a restaurant though for like $3.2 billion.
I mean that's pretty big. To his credit, he's like, it'd be so fun. I could meet people, and also everyone already loves it. So
Yeah, but it's like restaurants.
I know. That's what the loan person says. She says this is not a good endeavor or not a, safe,
Yeah, exactly.
even with all this. But yeah, I think these first few chapters do a good job of setting up Charlie as someone who's sympathetic and like you like him, but also he doesn't have anything going for him right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that is kind of just the point.
Yeah, he's definitely just down on his luck.
Yeah.
So no other comments here.
Oh, okay. I have one last comment and then I have all of my figure me outs.
Oh, good.
Okay. So one last comment is also an important plot thing is that when Charlie is reflecting on his uncle dying, his name is Uncle Jake. He's like, the last thing I remember is that I got a wedding present from Uncle Jake with a cryptic note.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so the gift was these berry spoons and the note said 3 years, 6 months, which he didn't know what it meant. But exactly 3 years and 6 months later, his wife filed for divorce. Sad. So it turns out that Uncle Jake was predicting how long their marriage would last.
What if, throw this out here,
Okay.
because we're going to get through all the way to 7, so this is pulling a little bit ahead, but we find out later that his uncle owns this crazy spy company.
Yeah.
What if his wife was a plot, like the Truman Show?
Whoa.
And he was like, her stint being married to Charlie is going to end at this time.
I could see all that happening.
And she's actually going to show back up as like another spy or something.
Oh, that's interesting. So she was just there to keep tabs on Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I mean, that's pretty in depth to go through a whole marriage.
Well, it's called Starter Villain.
Yeah, he's pretty villainous, we learned. And by making it a marriage that falls apart rather than like a friendship, it does kind of ensure that Charlie's really down on his luck and would be ready to become the next villain.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
I was thinking on to keep tabs, but yeah, to really get him in a place of
desperation. Oh, that's a good prediction. Now that you mention it.
All right.
All right. Yeah, we'll need to keep that one.
Okay. We'll keep that in our back pocket.
Okay.
Figure me out.
Figure me out. Okay, first one. In chapter 1, lead graph or leadigraph. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. But the sentence, I actually don't know. It's in the beginning, but the sentence says, my brain on autopilot had started writing the lead graph of my uncle's obituary. I have no idea what this word means. Unless it's like the introduction of the obituary. It's Ledegraf.
Lede.
Yeah. Graf. It's 2 words.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
I don't either.
Okay.
Have Google read it to us.
Okay. I actually...
Is it even a word?
I'm seeing leads and nut graph. Okay. The lead refers to the first paragraph of a journalistic story. So I think it is the intro. I don't really know what graph means.
Like
the nut graph. Nut graph. News leads are typically short and get to the point quickly to not lose the audience's attention. When that is the case, journalists provide the second most important information in the nut graph. So the most important information is in the lead. The second most is in the nut graph. Wow, I had no idea.
Oh my God.
So I was a very specific journalist.
Okay.
Terminology.
That is like a crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
Like a crossword puzzle.
That is.
So good to know.
All right, great. Well, yeah, totally did not know that one.
Me either. Okay.
All right. Chapter 2. We have the word abscond. I couldn't just abscond with the kitten.
How is it spelled?
Abscond.
A usually means without. So scond. I'm thinking like leave without, but I really have no idea.
Yeah, I was thinking like abandon or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we have similar ideas. Abscond
Abscond.
oh, we're saying it right. Okay.
Good.
Abscond means to leave hurriedly and secretly, typically to avoid detection of or arrest for an unlawful action such as theft.
Oh.
So I couldn't just leave as if I were like stealing.
Oh, what a good word.
Yeah, that's a great word.
I like that.
Abscond. Okay. Next word, accoutrement.
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 I think it's accoutrement.
I bet you're right.
What I believe accoutrement was when you go to like fancy restaurants and they give you all these courses and in between they give you like a Costco sample. It's like literally like one bite. It'll be like a little chip with like the most expensive type of steak ever. And it's like so tiny and you eat it and you're like, wow, that was great. And you don't get it.
Well, okay, the sentence is the Incredibles lady Matilda sees Charlie walking with the new kitten on his shoulder and she says, interesting accoutrement.
So I would take it as like extras, like a little like side piece.
Yeah, I was thinking accessory.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Let's see. Here's a pronunciation.
Accoutrement. Accoutrement?
That doesn't sound as nice as either of our pronunciations.
All right.
Okay.
Accoutrement.
Accoutrement is additional items of dress or equipment or other items carried or worn by a person used for a particular activity.
Interesting.
Accoutrement. Are you thinking of the word accrudite?
Maybe accrudite. Oh, it's accoutrement.
No, crudite means like raw. That wouldn't be it.
I don't even know how to spell it.
You know what? You might be right. There might be accoutrement in food.
Accoutrement, food. Yeah, accoutrements are secondary ingredients or items served with the main dish to improve its flavor, presentation, or overall appearance. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you're right on both accounts.
Yeah, okay, great. But I only knew it for food. I didn't realize you could just apply it
To anything.
to anything.
And it's accoutrement? That sounds wrong.
I really want to say that's AI.
That was how it was spelled though too, and like the pronunciation thing it said accoutrement.
All right, readers weigh in. Are you asking for accoutrements when you go out to fancy dinners
with your or Steve Overs? Okay, and my last word is maybe two words actually. Toxoplasmosis. And it says that's the toxoplasmosis talking. When Charlie said that he's better with cats than people.
You're the biologist.
Well, I don't know. It sounded like something cellular, but I have no idea.
All right, so toxo, we're probably thinking poison.
Toxic.
Plasmosis, I'm thinking blood. All right, so say it again.
Oh, toxoplasmosis. The Incredibles lady says that's toxoplasmosis talking. Yeah, maybe when you're drunk, kind of idea.
Yeah.
It's like the toxins are getting into you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay.
can see that.
Let's think.
Because I'm thinking plasma like your blood.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, toxoplasmosis is a parasitic disease caused by the parasite T. gondii.
Oh God.
What?
Did she inject him with something? Is
Oh
that why
my
he wants to buy
God.
this restaurant?
Can you imagine? That's a toxoplasmosis talking. He's like, what? Toxoplasmosis? Just don't worry about it.
So there's a worm in your brain.
What?
Okay.
Okay, but maybe. Oh, but this is one of the most common parasitic disease found in nearly all warm-blooded animals, including pets and humans, including cats. So I don't know. I that's kind of weird.
Okay. We'll need to do more.
Yeah. Okay, last word. Repast. The cats were finishing up their repast.
How is it spelled?
Repast. P-A-S-T.
I wonder if it's like repaste.
Where did you get all these fancy pronunciations
I think
today?
it's wrong.
Repas.
Because I'm thinking it's like a pate, which is like a cat food. And so I'm thinking it's some kind of like food preparation.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Oh, I was thinking like relaxation or like leisure time.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of forget what the context was, so I don't really remember.
Well, he said they were feeding him his repaste.
Repaste.
Wait, is it repaste?
Maybe. It's REPAST.
Oh, repast.
That's how I would say.
Yeah,
it. I don't know.
repast. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess it could be food. I was thinking like they're stretching or something, and now they're done with their repast.
Oh, okay. What is it?
No, you're totally right. It's a meal.
Oh,
A sumptuous repast.
do the pronunciation.
Oh, okay.
Repast.
Oh,
Good job.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right. So there you go. We learned a lot of new words.
Yeah.
Our favorite was abscond.
Abscond.
Yes. We won't just
It wasn't
abscond.
accoutrement.
I want to abscond all the accoutrements. Ugh, awful.
Okay. So now chapter 4 through 7.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So a lot happens in every chapter.
Yes.
Okay. So chapter 4. Charlie has agreed to do the funeral for Uncle Jake. He gets there early, and there's all these flowers there that have been sent in from the sympathizers that all have less than kind messages for Uncle Jake. And then people start coming to the funeral, and it gets even crazier. Turns out everyone is from the mafia, and Charlie has to try to stop everyone from murdering his already dead uncle.
Mhm.
And then Charlie goes back home, and his house explodes.
Mhm.
Poor Charlie. Then Charlie's trying to figure out what to do now that he's homeless and he only has $40 to his name. And then who does he get a call from but mystery Incredibles lady, Matilda.
Mhm.
And Matilda says, go follow your cat Hera. And Charlie's like, what the heck? But then he asks his cat Hera to lead the way, and she does. And so he follows Hera all the way to this house that Hera just walks into. Charlie goes into the house and looks for the person who he assumes would live there. But instead, he finds Hera jumping onto a computer and typing out a message that says, hello, Charlie. Welcome to my other home. I have a room waiting for you upstairs. Crazy.
Mhm.
And then Matilda comes back and she meets up at the house. She knows about all these sentient cats. She knew about Hera. Turns out that his uncle's business, which Charlie thought was just in parking garages, actually has a lot of sentient cats, which are just genetically engineered cats.
Mhm.
While Matilda and Charlie are talking at this new house, Tobias, who is one of the funeral goers who tried to stab Uncle Jake, comes back with an invitation for Charlie to join the industry that Uncle Jake has been a part of. Charlie finds out that his house blew up because a bomb was planted there by people pretending to be maintenance workers. And then it was set off by an FBI agent who was looking at Charlie's computer. So basically, Uncle Jake died. Everybody's like, what's going on here? He's a person of interest. The people going to the funeral thought he faked his death. The
Mhm.
FBI thinks something suspicious is happening too, which is why they went to Charlie's house to look at his computer. Little do they know that the mafia set off a bomb. So the FBI worker died when his house blew up. Charlie's house blew up. Now the FBI wants to talk with Charlie, but Hera and Matilda, who have been working together for a while now, offer Charlie an escape plan to take on the identity of Desmodo Jose Ruiz, who goes by Des, and to take over Uncle Jake's business by going to, of all places, of course, their volcano lair, and then the villain conference.
Yes.
And turns out Uncle Jake is not just in the parking garage business.
Yes.
And then are we going to chapter 8?
No.
No, we're not. Okay, then that's it.
Okay. So one question that I have, it's not clear in my mind, is who is Tobias?
Tobias, so at the funeral, everybody
He was there.
and he's the one who pulled out the knife and was gonna stab Uncle Jake.
Right. But why does he show back up?
He is like the delivery man for this message, for this invitation for Jake to join the business. So it was sent from somebody else. I forget who.
But he doesn't know Morrison.
Tobias does know.
Well, he knows her, but he's not thinking that he's gonna take over Uncle Jack's stuff.
No, I think he knows that it would be for Uncle Jake's.
Uncle Jake. Okay.
Industry.
So Tobias is kind of like, hey, we know that Morrison's gonna get you hooked up with your uncle's stuff and you're gonna join the industry. Is that basically what he was trying to do there?
Yeah, so I guess Tobias and Matilda they're kind of all, I don't know, like colleagues, I guess, maybe. Tobias and Matilda had actually dated earlier.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember that.
yeah, so I think they all kind of know that that Charlie can inherit Jake's stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing that you missed out on is that we find out that the little kitten
Oh, right.
that Charlie picked up is Persephone and Persephone.
Mhm.
Ah, Persephone. And Persephone is Charlie's cat's Hera. That's his intern.
Yeah.
But Hera's intern is Persephone. And so Hera staged Charlie finding Persephone so that his intern could shadow him on the last day of Charlie's house.
Crazy. Yeah, we see how sentient the cats are. The other thing I missed in the summary was that Uncle Jake staged the whole funeral thing to see if Charlie was loyal to him. So Uncle Jake wanted Charlie to be the one to be the greeter at his funeral because he knew that the whole mafia would be there and would try to kill him again or would do something suspicious. So he wanted to see what Charlie would do. And so since Charlie protected his uncle, now Matilda was like, ah, yes, you're ready. You are loyal. You can be in the mafia too.
So is Uncle Jake alive?
It seemed like his body was for real dead.
Because I feel like it's still a plant. Because like when they were at the funeral, they were going back and forth. They're like, oh, like it. Because okay, there was a couple things that I underlined. A few things that I was like, this is like weird and suspicious. Even in chapter 4, I was like, body double. I was like, this guy, he ain't dead. So something that I thought was suspicious is that the casket itself was simple, made entirely of wood and natural fibers, so that it could be placed into Chesterfield's on-site crematorium.
Think that's weird?
Yeah, just because it's like immediately after the showing, burn it up. That's always telltale sign of this is the
something
wrong body.
fake.
Yeah. So then when everyone's like looking through it, nobody has actually seen him.
Seen him since when?
Ever.
What? No one's seen Uncle Jake ever?
They don't know what he looks like.
What? Who? No one?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. It's like,
not even the other mafia people?
He says, you don't know my uncle. Not personally. I've seen him before from a distance. I know him by reputation.
Wait, who says that?
One of the mafia.
Oh, one of the mafia people? But
Yeah.
Matilda knows him.
Matilda knows
Matilda
him.
wasn't at the funeral.
Right. But all these people at the funeral, they're like, yeah, that's the body. It's definitely dead. But I'm like, do these people really know what he looks like?
Oh, that's a good point.
And let's see. Someone said, I'm just here to get DNA to make sure it's him. But before he does any of that, what's his face? Tobias comes in and then he's like, he basically comes in as like, don't worry about it. I actually know that he's dead. What did he say?
Well, there was 2 like Russian people who went up before and like checked his pulse or something.
Yeah. So it's like that body is dead, but we don't know that it's actually.
Oh, that's a great point.
Is my point.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
That's a lot better than my theory that he reincarnated into the cat.
Well, I could see not reincarnated, but using
he's controlling.
No, he could have uploaded his brain.
Whoa. Into Persephone.
Yeah.
And that would be pretty cool. I'd want to know what it's like to be a cat.
I know.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I think you're right. I think it's unclear whether Uncle Jake is actually dead.
To me, I think he's still alive. The other thing is that the funeral person's like, your uncle paid for the option of you being witness to the cremation if you like, but after the events of today, I think you might be ready to go home. And I wrote, I would watch.
Right?
I would need to make sure that that body is long gone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, Jake is just Charlie is just so confused. Like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't even know this guy.
Yeah.
I could see him not leaving. But if you knew there's this whole, like, shady business going on.
Right.
Yeah, you'd want to watch.
One other thing that I noted is that Charlie's talking about his cat Hera. Hera was a cat. I tried to keep her inside most of the time. That's why I underline. For her safety, and so I could have a conscience clear of bird murders. And cats are a terrible perpetrator of birds going extinct in like particular areas because they're one of the few predators that just kill for fun.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they have a full belly, they'll just do it for sport. So
Interesting.
Yep.
He did his research on cats.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he's really, really a cat guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are my notes from chapter 4 and 5. Do you have anything there?
Oh, you know, actually, I'm reading through my notes, and I had the same note in chapter 4 that Uncle Jake totally isn't dead, and Charlie's gonna have to go on a mission to find him or something, or he reincarnated into the cat.
Oh,
Those are my notes. Let's see. Other big notes. I don't know. I like the cat thing.
I like that.
That's
thing, too.
cool.
Well, I have some things for chapter 6 and 7.
Oh, okay.
But do you have anything for 4 and 5?
I have a few figure me outs.
I do too.
Okay,
Let's go through all of our notes and we'll go back.
that sounds good.
Okay, so after the house explodes, all the neighbors are like, oh my God, what happened? That's so crazy. And I wrote, no one offered him a place to stay.
Right? It was weird. They just all were like, "Oh, bummer."
Shucks.
And he grew up here in that same house.
I know. I was like, not even like a couch. You wouldn't be like, yeah, you can come on in.
Right?
It's like, dude, I don't think this bar is gonna help you get friends.
Yeah. That's not the issue.
Ugh,
Gosh, poor guy.
yeah.
But Charlie doesn't really seem fazed by that. He's not like, I can't believe no one took me in.
I think he's just so down in the dumps. He's like,
Yeah.
ignore.
Aw.
So my next question is when Morrison is like, go follow your cats, and the cat's like, would you follow?
I feel like I'd be kind of worried to follow. I'd be like, what is going on? But also at that point, it's like, what else are you gonna do?
I know. I feel like Charlie's probably like,
Why
my
not?
options are I follow the cat and something great happens, or I follow the cat and I get death sweet release.
Yeah.
This hell that I'm living in.
I know. I mean, as long as the cat's going through like neighborhoods and stuff, I'd be like, okay, fine. But if it started going into a dark alley, I wouldn't follow it.
Yeah. He says, I thought this was funny. I knew of cats who time-shared owners, but it didn't make sense that Hera would be doing that. She was home every single night. So he's like trying to like make sense of this, and I thought that was very funny.
I like that too. During this chapter, I did have a prediction that maybe the uncle set the house on fire, and that was his cremation.
Oh.
But then he'd actually be dead, so
yeah, then
that doesn't really make sense.
Mm-mm.
But maybe the uncle still set the house on fire.
I could see that. Like just furthering Charlie,
Yeah.
inching him along. in
Yeah,
his
you only
plan.
have one option now, Charlie.
I really feel like Charlie has no agency in this book.
I think that you're right.
And I wonder if we look up the Greek gods, because they talk about that with fate a lot.
Mm.
How, like, do you have control over your fate, or are you like destined to do what you do?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, the gods are kind of in charge. So I know Hera is the wife of Zeus.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's the goddess of. She's the goddess of marriage, family, childbirth, and women. She's queen of the gods.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean,
We'll have to do some research. We
Yeah.
might come back.
Persephone though, wasn't her? Oh man, I feel like she had a interesting story. Like her voice was stolen or something.
Oh, like Ariel?
Something like that. She is the Greek goddess of spring, vegetation, and the underworld.
Vegetation of the underworld.
Yeah, it's quite the mix. She was abducted by Hades, her father's brother. And then Zeus gave his consent for Hades to marry Persephone. But he believed that Demeter, her father, wouldn't approve. Oh gosh. So Hades ended up abducting Persephone to take her to the underworld. And as a result, Persephone became queen of the underworld, but she's able to return to the mortal world for 6 months of the year after making a deal with Zeus.
Oh, so she gets to summer.
Yeah. Outside of her, like, jail. Interesting. Okay. So that's Persephone and Hera. I wonder, we'll see if maybe those names make more sense.
So, what is the significance of the Hades Persephone myth? Persephone is perhaps symbolic of the changing of seasons and perennial change from life to death.
Okay.
All right. We'll sit on that. But
Mhm.
in my mind, I feel like Charlie has gotten on a roller coaster that he didn't ask to be on, and he has no options.
I think he's been on this his whole life.
I mean, his wife was a plant.
Yeah. I think so. Fascinating.
Okay, funny line, the first page in chapter 7. Matilda Morrison's S class drove up to my cat's house. It's like, because Charlie has nothing.
Yeah.
He's like dependent on his cat letting him stay.
I didn't even catch that.
Here's another thing. So something happened. So Tobias is there and he says, condolences on your house, Fitzer, and your uncle, seeing that I underlined, is dead, actually, and all. And I said, is he?
I don't think so. But, okay, so he's faked his death before. Has he not actually had a funeral or something? Because I imagine he would have had a funeral with a fake body, too. I don't know.
We don't know enough.
Yeah.
These mafia people, they seem very violent, but not very critical thinking. Because Tobias or someone there basically said, oh, I have this radar and he's dead.
Yeah.
And then they all stopped whatever it was that they needed to do.
Yeah.
And none of them had seen a picture of what he's supposed to look like.
That is strange. I mean, I think these are maybe just the cronies, or they're not like the people in charge.
Well, that's what I mean, like not critical thinking there.
Like just the cronies are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if they were just sent on this mission and they weren't given a picture, it's not really their fault.
Well, I mean,
planning.
if someone's like, you need to make sure this person's dead, I'd be like, well, what do they look like? Like, how would I know when I'm done?
If I just see any dead person, could that be him?
They'll like just go to this funeral home, and if there's someone there, like,
yeah, you'll know.
Yeah. So here's a line with Tobias and Morrison. Tobias to Charlie. You should get used to her telling you what to do. He looks back to Morrison. Bit of family tradition. And then I put question mark. She's his cousin? Or is that because they were dating?
Or is it because she was telling Uncle Jake what to do?
Oh.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because they definitely dated before. Is that confirmed?
Yes. So Matilda and Tobias have dated before.
All right. We're not going to go to kissing cousins, I don't think.
Haha. Okay, I did have one prediction though, that maybe Uncle Jake was actually Charlie's father, which is why he took such an interest in him, but I forgot that Uncle Jake was his mother's brother. And I was like, oh, that probably didn't happen. So it wouldn't be a brother and sister who gave birth to Charlie. I don't think that happened.
No.
So never mind. Those theories are smashed.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
debunked. That's the word.
Debunked.
Yeah. I did forget one more plot point.
Oh, yeah.
Which is that, so Charlie is clearly down on his luck. All of his siblings know it. The executor of the will knows it. And now his house, the only thing that was causing conflict between Charlie and his siblings, and the only thing Charlie wanted to hold on to, has now been blown up to smithereens. So now it just looks suspicious that Charlie did it on purpose.
To get the money.
To get the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's also why the FBI wants to talk to him, and why the executor of the will calls him back. And so all of those are kind of further pushing Charlie to accept the entry into the villain industry.
Yes. So when the executor calls him, I was just going to underline this thing. He says, hey, I have good news. I have okay news and less than okay. And so he says, okay, give me the okay news. And he's like, okay news is that the insurance company is going to cover your hotel for a week at Brainbridge Express Inn. He's like, do you know it? And then I underlined this story. I know it. The last time I had been at the Brainbridge Express Inn was on the night of my junior prom, when I had rented a room in hopes that Vicky Harrington and I might have a personal after party. But then Vicky ditched me shortly after we arrived at the hotel to have drama with her only sort of ex-boyfriend, and all I got out of the Brainbridge was a case of bed bugs.
Ew.
Yeah.
Poor Charlie.
And then he finds out that the FBI is investigating him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you have any thoughts when you read up till this part where it's like now he's an invitation to join the villain industry? Were you into the story by
Yeah,
now?
yeah, I'm into it. I want to see where he goes. My question is, would you do it?
I think he doesn't really have another option.
He could roll his luck with the FBI.
Yeah, because I mean, he is innocent, right?
He is, but this definitely is looking like a setup.
Yeah.
And I don't know that he has the means to get out of it.
Yeah, yeah, and he's been trying to get out of it for a while. Like, he's been applying for jobs. Although I don't know if he's been applying that hard, from what it sounds like. I kind of forget. But either way, he's in a tough spot.
He seems very intent on staying in like his writing field or
Yeah.
the substitute teaching, and there's not a lot of job options for him.
Yeah.
If he was like truly motivated to like get out of his quote situation, then like he might be willing to look at other industries.
Yeah. To be fair, he's had a lot go on. So
he has had a lot.
hard to be motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, because all these people just appeared in his life this weekend. And now all of a sudden he's gonna change his identity and fly off to Volcano Lair with them and become a villain. That's the weird part. We're like, what? You want to become a villain?
Would you want to keep your identity if it was that of Charlie? I could just see myself at that time having a lot of self-loathing. Like maybe I wouldn't want to be me anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that, but I don't know. I also feel like having a whole new identity, like that's a lot of lies to keep up with, and I don't think I'm cut out for that. I don't think they'd be asking me to be a villain.
I don't think so. I do not think so. My last comment is that, so the last sentence is, so Morrison said, you want in, Desmondo? And I put Desperado.
That's a good one.
Okay, so those were all my notes. Do you have any notes? And then we can jump
Not
into
really.
the meouts.
Yeah, no, not really. I think those are all my things.
Okay,
Cool.
so let's jump to chapter 5
Yes.
or chapter 4.
Chapter 5. Oh, I guess chapter 4, but I didn't have any in chapter 4. Did you have any?
I'm flipping through. Oh, I did put a note. The Maxima almost died twice on the 12-mile round trip, and I put Guinevere.
Oh. Yes, Charlie lives in his old beat up car, and it reminded Candy of my car. Lovingly named Guinevere.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Do you want to start? I have one on chapter 5.
Okay, you start on chapter 5.
The floral arrangements, denuded of their asshole sentiments, now surrounded Uncle Jake's casket.
I had the same word.
Oh.
So I think I've never heard that word before, but I imagine it means like they're stripped of.
Well, nude is already stripped.
That's true. So denude would be you cover it up. Maybe the letters are covered up.
Okay. Look it up. What is?
Do you have
denude?
any guesses?
That's what I would guess.
Denude. It said translate to English. I said what? I thought I already was in English. Okay, denude, to strip something of its covering, possessions, or assets to make bare.
Oh, interesting.
So it means to nude something.
Okay.
What would be the other prefix that would mean to nude?
I guess it's denude.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Just what we thought. My word in chapter 5 was parade rest. The men stood in a way that suggested they had spent a lot of their time in parade rest.
Oh, I know that from my times in marching band.
Oh,
I believe
band
it's
parade?
when you stand with your feet at shoulder width and your arms
Oh.
behind you.
So you're like ready to go.
It's like you say parade rest and then you stand. It's like kind of like an attention.
Oh, yeah.
It's like one of those.
Oh, I bet you're right. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Yep. A formal position in the military where a soldier or sailor remains motionless and silent with their feet 12 inches apart. Wait, on both feet and their hands clasped behind their back.
Yes.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah. This is one where I know it, but I was just like, I don't know how I would define it.
Yeah.
I think I made Dad wistful.
Ooh. I don't know how to define it. I need more context to kind of give a guess. But I don't remember the word.
Like when you're wistful, I feel like you're longing.
Oh,
or
yeah, that sounds
maybe
right.
it's like what do you call that? The word when like you look nostalgia.
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind of feel like it's in that world, but I don't really know what it means.
That makes sense to me. I think now that you say that, that's my guess.
Okay.
Wistful. Having or showing a feeling of vague or regretful longing.
Okay.
Yeah, a wistful smile. So regretful, nostalgic,
Okay.
yearning.
Okay.
Wow, yeah. Nice work.
Do you have more in 5?
Nope.
Okay, I have another one. Palpator. He said something to the palpator, who grunted out a chuckle, then turned and took a picture of me.
I think this word, I didn't know it either, but I think that's the guy who was checking the pulse. So I think he was like palpating or palpating. Yeah, like a doctor.
Oh, you see, I was thinking like pulpit.
Oh,
Like
a
the
secret-
guy, yeah, like the guy hosting the funeral or something.
Oh, let's look
But
it
I
up.
think you're right.
How did you spell it?
Palpator.
Okay. Palpator, someone who palpates.
Oh, good job.
Wow, I don't even know if that's like a real word. It's not really coming up anywhere.
Uh-huh.
That was on Wiktionary.
All right, Wiktionary. Let's see. I don't know if I have any in chapter 6.
I
don't.
do.
Oh, okay.
Hootenanny.
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 Yeah, I didn't write down the sentence, but let me pull it up.
Hootenanny.
Yeah, it was a regular hootenanny here on Cook Street. And this is when everybody, the whole neighborhood and all the police officers and all the firemen were out. for the
Well,
house.
based on the context, I'm thinking same word as like hoopla.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just a crazy word for party.
I think you're right. Yeah.
But without the context, I would have had no idea.
Okay, according to Oxford,
Wiktionary?
we're legit here. But I'll read both so we can get a comparison. So according to Oxford, a hootenanny is an informal gathering with folk music and sometimes dancing.
Oh,
Well, so that doesn't sound at all like what was going on.
no. But all right, maybe it's supposed to be
I think
funny.
it's funny.
Like irony.
Yeah. Okay. That's funny. Now that I know what the word means.
Okay, accelerant. They were probably spraying accelerant earlier.
Oh, to like accelerate a fire. Like fire starter, I think.
Oh,
I think that's what it means.
That makes sense. Because I figured it was something to make faster, but I was like,
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, a substance used to aid the spread of fire.
Okay, that was my last one.
Cool. I have one in chapter 7.
Okay.
Oh, I have 3 in chapter 7 actually.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Do you have any in chapter 7?
I think accelerant was mine.
Oh, okay. All right, my first one is confab.
Confab.
Yeah.
I believe it's short for confabulate,
Oh.
which I don't even know if I made that up. But I think what it means is kind of like make up or like mix up or something like that. Something in that.
Oh, that can make sense. Yeah, so the sentence is, let's see. I think he just got the invitation or something, and then Tobias says, let's just say it's a confab for the industry you're joining. So yeah.
Oh.
Does that change your
It doesn't, what I described doesn't fit there, but
okay, so confab means an informal private conversation or discussion,
okay.
or to have it, or to engage in informal private conversation.
Is confabulate a word? Did I just
Confabulate is a word, and it does mean to invent experiences that did not really happen.
Oh.
Okay, so they're pretty different. So confab is to have a private conversation or discussion.
Okay, and confabulate is
To make up events that didn't actually happen. That's kind of confusing.
yeah, well, I could see why someone would confabulate. Confab.
Yeah.
Maybe like you go to the confab and then you confabulate what happened.
You'll believe what I just heard at the confab.
Yeah. Okay. All right, next one.
Okay, next one is scritching.
Scritching.
I think this was describing the cats.
Yeah, normally you scritch an animal and it's when you do the
Oh, wow. That sounds like what it should be.
Yeah,
But
I believe it would be like an onomatopoeia.
that sounds right. All right, scritching. Yeah, okay, it has multiple meanings. It Wiktionary says to make a light scratching sound like a small animal burrowing, to scratch so as to relieve an itch or irritation. AI says that it has multiple meanings, including a deep scratch that shows affection to a pet, a light scratching sound, and the act of scratching an itch. So yep, I think you're spot on.
Wow. I was gonna say, I'm doing so awesome, but I didn't circle any in this chapter. So that's probably why.
I knew all the words.
Well, either I knew them or I thought I knew them.
Okay, my last word is eliding.
Eliding?
Yeah. I can
How do you spell it?
ELIDING.
Eliding. Okay.
So he's on the phone with the executor of the will and he says, "Hey, where are you?" And Charlie replies, "Out of friends." I said, eliding the fact that my friend was a cat who could type.
Well, based on context clues, I'm thinking like lie by omission,
Yeah,
But-
I think that's a good definition.
but I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of visualizing it gliding around the fact.
Yeah.
Eliding. Elide means to emit a sound or syllable when speaking. Or to join together and merge.
All right.
Those sound pretty different.
English for the win. That's like egregious, because egregious you can say that's egregious, and that either means it's like outstandingly bad or outstandingly good,
Yeah.
and you just have to leave it up to interpretation.
Yeah. Whatever you think it should mean.
Yeah.
That's like infamous versus famous.
Oh,
That one's a confusing one too.
infamous is usually because you're known for bad things,
Yes.
and famous is you're famous.
Yeah.
But at this point, infamous people have become famous, and famous have become infamous.
I guess that's true.
Okay, any more notes?
I don't think so. Do you have any predictions of what's going to happen next?
I think ex-wife is going to show up.
Yeah.
We're going to find out that was a plot. Uncle's not dead. Charlie is going to get his starter villain empire, but I think he's gonna turn it around and they start doing either
Good
like
things?
Robin Hood-esque things where it's
Mm.
still a little in the gray, but they're trying to do positives.
Yeah.
Or he starts a cat shelter and saves the birds.
Turns volcano layer into cat shelter.
Into cat shelter, yes.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I like the Robin Hood idea. I could see that happening.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think I second all of those things. Uncle isn't dead. Ex-wife's going to be important.
Do
Yeah.
the siblings come up?
I kind of think they're just plot points. Or, you know, they could maybe come up towards the end where maybe somehow it's going to tie all back together and maybe he'll do something nice for the siblings or something, or they get thrown into volcano layer.
Do you think that maybe this is the hero's journey and he sheds being Charlie, he becomes Desperado, and then at the end he comes back to being Charlie, but now he's confident and has these skills and he's like able to open up the bar and do all the things that he
Whoa.
wanted.
Oh, I bet that's a pretty good prediction.
That would be a nice story.
Yeah, that would be. We need to we need to remember that you said that so we can rewrite the ending if it's not that.
We'll keep it in our notes.
Love it.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right,
That's
good
it.
work.
Yeah.
All right, love
Great
you, girl.
talking with you. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Bookalicious. If you like this discussion, please rate or subscribe to our channel to help other book lovers find this content as well. If you have any questions or suggestions for future books, we'd love to hear from you at bookalicious.pod@gmail.com. As always, thanks for joining our club.